Hello there, pile number one. So let's see what is blocking love from coming into your life. So the card that we have for you is grounding. Now, before I go further into that, I'm just going to pull two more cards from this deck to see what else we have coming up. We have Promise, which is, in my eyes, the love card and the only, or one of the two love cards of this deck. So that's promising. Let's see, what else do we have? Activation. Okay, so what is blocking love from coming into your life, into your reality? The first thing that I'm getting through is that I feel that you guys are quite clear, energetic channels, which for me means that the passage is clear. I feel you guys have been working on yourself. You have been developing yourself, working on self growth, development, working through possible stories or traumas that you may have, big or small. And that's why you may be coming to this reading because you're like, well, I've been doing all this work and I feel I am on my path towards my destiny. Maybe your career is going well, or at least you're doing and things that you're passionate about and focusing on those things. And you have this very grounded and serene presence in your life right now, which is why I wanted to pull the other cards because I was like, well, you guys are already grounded. You guys are already doing all the right things, in theory, if you will. And that's why I feel for a lot of you like everything's going well. The only thing that's missing is a true love or a true partnership in your life. But the reason why it's not here yet, I feel it's because the universe is waiting for this other person to come into alignment with you and for the two of you to meet at the perfect time, because the way I see it is that they find a person that is in alignment with you, if you will, with who you are in this moment, and you guys are doing so well, so you're attracting somebody who is worthy of you and who is worthy of your time. However, they might be the person that's coming in your life, maybe having to be maybe has to be activated sorry, a little bit more on their journey. But I really like this image of this always represents the one of your ancestors here or spirit guides for me, like this face here, and it's almost like they're blowing this person right through you. They're making things happen for you, and there is this promise that this person is coming towards you. So I feel the issue isn't necessarily with you, and it may not necessarily be with the other person either. It's just about having the stars to be aligned at the perfect time. Maybe this person lives in another country and they need to be in a place where the two of you are able to meet. It's something along those lines where it's more of a practicality issue than it is that there's anything wrong with you or the way you're doing things. Just know that you're doing everything perfectly. Just keep doing, or, at least we're all imperfect as well. None of us is perfect, but what I'm hearing is just like you're doing everything quite well, and just keep doing what you're doing. Just keep grounding yourself and your presence. Keep doing you, and this person will come. It's just a practical thing of it being arranged, um, you know, behind the scenes. So this person is definitely coming. There is this promise. If I was saying before about this person that they may live in another country, which could be the case of you. And that's why it might take a little longer for you to meet. But it's also about, I sense a Sagittarius energy coming through that you might like traveling, or this person does, or both of you do. So if you're hoping on someone that you can travel with, I sense this is coming for you. If you are very excited about being with someone from a different culture, I see this could be the case for you as well, could be coming in as well. Now, what else did I want to say here? Something else was coming through. Okay, I kind of forgot about it. I'll see if it pops back up. Let's just pull another card for you. What kind of blockage? What is holding them back? This is all about patience and your guides wanting you to focus on yourself, which I sense you guys are doing. I sense you guys are focusing on yourselves, and not obsessing too much about this. You're just like wondering, why isn't it here yet? So keep doing that. Don't start obsessing over this or obsessing over possible past interests or lovers, and know that new love is coming in. This is someone very new. Okay, so don't be worried about the fact that you don't want exes to come back or anything like that, because this is a new person and it's going to be really good for you. And I sense this is going to last a long time as well, which is always nice. Then we have empowerment, grounded, strength, and stamina. Stamina? I think it's stamina, sorry. And it's the number 13. 13, wow. And I think it's so beautiful that on this image, it's a woman sitting on a horse. Of course, like this could be any type of relationship. It could be same sex, different sex, whatever. But just like in stereotypical terms, usually it's the fact that there's this man sitting on this hearse and coming towards you. And whether you are in a heteronormative relationship or not, this could signal same-sex relationship actually. But whether you are in a heteronormative relationship or not, I sense this is about you really finding empowerment within yourself and finding your own worth within yourself. And that's something you guys are already doing. However, because we're talking about blockages here, for some of you, it could be that Spirit wants you to do this more, that this could be a minor blockage in your life where you might be placing your worth unknowingly, usually, or unconsciously, in being in a relationship, in having this validation from another person. And if you recognize yourself in this, it's time to be your own knight in shining armor and to save yourself, if you will, and to find empowerment in that and find your independence. But for most of you, I feel you are already embodying this energy. You are already empowered. You are grounded. You are in your own strength. And this is just a sign from the universe of keep going. It's so interesting that this grounded energy keeps coming through. And then there's this other card that fell out, which is challenges. The number 6, blocks, fears, and negativity, betrayal. Okay. Let's see what that's about. I feel like I want to pull another card from this deck to help me clarify what it is exactly Spirit wants to tell us with that. So Spirit, what else do you want to tell us regarding the blockages that's holding love back from this person? Wow, 2 wanted to come out. Didn't want that, but okay. Oh, wow. This is incredible. So we have the Promise card here, which is the love card of that oracle deck. And then we have the love card from the other oracle deck, which also says promise. The promise, soulmates, attraction, partnership. You can't make that up. And then we have emotional freedom, vulnerability, flowing, rebalancing. This is the number 12 and this is 38. I like saying the numbers because they might resonate with you. This is 13. And it's going in an upward thing here because we have 12, 6, 12, 13, 38. Okay, cool. So one of the challenges card is kind of challenging to me, ironically, because I'm really wondering what it's about, because I don't feel like there's a lot of challenges going on here. I don't feel that there's going to be a lot of challenges in this connection. I feel like if anything, this is about those of you who might be really worried about the fact that you may never find anyone, or just like these mental challenges, these challenges from your mind where you're just obsessing over the fact, like, why isn't this person here yet? because maybe you have been single for a long time or you have been waiting for a long time. But it's really time to release that if that is the case, if you have been thinking and obsessing about this a lot. Spirit is clearly saying, like, obsessing over it isn't going to help the process, isn't going to make it go faster, isn't going to speed things up. So just keep focusing on your groundedness. And the universe is promising you this person is coming in, and this person's soul even wants to come through, telling you that they promise you that they are on their way. And what's funny is here, I feel like in this card, the one of the people, the male here, but as I said before, this can be any type of relationship. But I feel like this person kind of looks like a pirate. And so, again, something's coming through about this person traveling towards you, like making their way towards you. This could be somebody who really comes from a different country. And I do sense this is new love, but for a few of you, this might be someone that you know already who does live abroad. This may be like a lost love or something, or some sort of holiday love that you had at some point during your life and that you couldn't stop thinking about. If that's the case for you, this person, I really sense that this person's coming back. But for most of you, it is a new person, it is new love. And then with the emotional freedom card here, vulnerability, flowing, rebalancing. This is signaling to me that this relationship is going to be a healthy one. It's going to be a very emotionally mature relationship. Both of you are at this point in your life where you've reached that stage of emotional maturity, of independence, and I sense that the relationship coming towards you is going to be one where both of you stand in your own empowered individual power, and you keep your independence and you keep your I'm wondering how I pronounce this word. You keep your sovereignty. You're like sovereign over your own being and who you are. You are independent in who you are, confident in who you are. And in this relationship, I really feel like the both of you are really able to come together in co-creation and co-create a beautiful life together, because I do see that this is a very long-term relationship, if not forever even. Or if you're interested in getting married, this definitely could be the one, because this is just such a healthy dynamic coming through where you're co-creating but also being free in your own being, being independent in your own freeing and in your own being, and keeping that independence, keeping that balance, and keeping that groundedness. So in preparation for this person coming in, like I said before, nothing's really blocking it. It's just about timing, divine timing, about when they're coming into your life. Of course, like, you do need to put yourself out there to make sure that you can actually meet this person. That's the only requirement here. Like going outside, doing new things. Maybe it's even like online dating apps is coming through. Like whatever feels good for you and inspired for you. Like if you really don't want to go on dating apps, I'm not saying that you should. I'm saying follow your intuition and your inspiration. And if they've been telling you to maybe do that, then this is definitely a confirmation to go through with that and to make a profile and do that. This is just like saying, like, well, if you stay in your own house all the time and don't go out, then you're not going to meet anyone either. You know, of course, this could happen online, but for those of you who don't want to do any online apps, then you do need to put yourself out there. But other than that, like, the road is clear and this person's coming in. It's just divine timing. And in the meantime, don't even like really wait on them. Just trust in that, knowing that they're coming towards you. And in the meantime, keep being grounded. Keep doing the things that you love doing. Focus on the things that you love. Focus on your career, on whatever it is that is present within your reality right now, and that brings you emotional happiness and fulfillment. Focus on that, and just know that by being with this person, you're not going to lose your freedom. Some of you may be afraid of losing your freedom, your liberty of moving and being when you're in this relationship. Some of you may even think like, oh, well, if she's telling me to prepare for this person to come in, maybe I should like quickly do the things that I feel like I can only do when I'm single. And I even almost gave you that advice there a couple of minutes ago, but I kept back from that because the thing is, this relationship is not going to hold you back. You're not going to hold each other back, even if this is a monogamous relationship. Then it's just about the freedom of like doing your own thing. But for some of you, you may be interested in a polyamorous relationship where you're like, well, I want to have the freedom to be with other people as well, or like open dating, and just know that this person will be on the same page. So whatever your personal vision or perspective is, the person that you're attracting into your life will be in alignment with that. So if you're like, no, Olivia, I really want a monogamous relationship, I don't want to be with anyone else, I don't want them to be with anyone else, I just want to keep my own freedom in other aspects of my life, this is going to be what is happening, and that's what's coming in alignment for you. Okay, I just was distracted for a second because I felt a spark was coming through when I said that. Like, I don't know if this was caught on camera or anything. It was very interesting, but I'm sensing it has to do with this reading and just with the sense that this is going to be a very powerful connection, a very beautiful connection. And as long as you are in your highest self, know that you're attracting someone who is in alignment with you and with your values. Okay, so there is no need to worry about. Nothing's really blocking you. Maybe for some of you, this person does need to be activated a little bit in their own spiritual journey or their journey in general, but I don't feel this is going to take a very long time anymore. As for time frame, always very difficult to say. I do see 6 to 12 months here, but it could be shorter, it could be longer, but I feel that is kind of the middle ground here. So just know it's coming and there's nothing to worry about, and keep focusing on your own groundedness, centeredness, serenity, peace of mind, peace of being, and on yourself. So that's all I have for you today. If this resonated, please give this video a thumbs up, and I'd love to see you again next time, so you can always subscribe to see more videos like this one. Bye! Hi there, pile number 2. So let's see for you, what is blocking love from coming into your life? And I'm laughing because as I was talking, I was turning over the card, and right as I said love, we have the love card here. Love and compassion. This is extremely powerful. I just sense this. I feel this very powerful energy coming through of a divine union, divine connection. Wow. I don't like to label things, and I don't really believe in twin flames, but if you do, then in any case, if it resonates with you, the terminology, this twin flame may be coming through, but it is just a very, very important and incredible soulmate that is coming in, okay? And with this heart here, I just see that it depends on both of your heart chakras being open and just allowing this person to come in. And wow, that's the first thing that's coming through. Very powerful card. So let's just pull 2 more cards from this deck. Wow. Okay. To see what else is blocking this from coming in. We have Dragonfly, Emergence. Very powerful card as well. I just sense a very strong connection coming through. Very powerful. So what else is blocking love from coming in to pile numbers 2, Life Spirit? What can you tell us? What is blocking love, or potentially blocking love from coming in to pile numbers 2, Life, Reality? Wow, it doesn't want to give me anything. I'm hearing go to the tarot deck. So we're going to the tarot deck, which are more specific messages. And we already have like 3 cards coming out. Okay. Let's see what they want to tell us. So we have the Eight of Cups, we have the Five of Wands, and we have the Knight of Wands. Okay, interesting. So, as I said before, a very incredibly strong soulmate connection. A soulmate is coming into your life. There is no doubt about that. And as for the blockages, it's all about the opening. Like I was saying before, it all depends on the opening of the heart chakra, and how much it is open, how much you are opening it, and how much they are. And there's confirmation for me in the lotus flower here, in the dragonfly or emergence card, which is also about opening itself up. When the flower is closed, nothing can come in, and also no one can really see how beautiful the flower really is when it is closed. So for some of you, you may have not, or you may resonate with not having shown or still not showing your true authentic self to the world. And if you don't recognize yourself in that, then it is the other person coming in that has been struggling with that. Either one of you is struggling with this, or both of you are. So take this as it resonates, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If it doesn't, then this is applying to the other person, okay? But I'm just going to talk to you here as if this is you. So I feel like you have not been showing your authentic self to the world. And the thing is, when you want to attract somebody who is truly in alignment with you, and someone who is truly on your level, you need to energetically, but also physically in your reality, both in the 3D and the 5D, really show your authentic self, because otherwise, how will this other person recognize that the two of you have this common ground? How will they see who you really are, and really so they can love you for who you really are? So this is not only on a physical level of when they see you in this reality, but also on an energetic level when you're trying to attract someone in. When you're trying to attract someone in, it's important that, whilst you protect your energy, it should also be open and honest and authentic in who you are, because otherwise you're going to keep attracting people who are usually emotionally unavailable, and you may have had experiences with people who were emotionally unavailable, or who may even were disinterested or not very interested in who you are, because you unknowingly, probably on an energetic level, attracted these people because you didn't actually want to show your true self. I hope this is making sense. Anyway, I do see that is the biggest blockage here. And the solution to this is to emerge from this, to emerge from hiding away underneath the surface, underneath the water, quite literally on that card over there, and allowing the world, and with that also this person, to see who you really are. And usually the reason why we're not showing our authentic selves is because we're afraid of not being accepted, of not belonging, of not finding connection and grounding with the people and the surroundings around us. But the thing is that this uniqueness of yours is exactly what's going to bring this person into your life. And don't you really want someone who appreciates your uniqueness instead of who just appreciates that perfect front? And even for some of you, that mask that you put on, in a literal sense, obviously, not a physical mask, but like this mask that you put on of how you want to present yourself to the world. You want to see them and love you. You want for them to see you and love you for who you really are. And I see you guys are emerging from this. You are quite literally walking away from hiding yourself, because with this card the moon is coming through, and the moon card is about secrets, is about hiding and hiding away, and I see you walking away from that. And it only starts with you know this this person will only come in when you do walk away from that. So that's the biggest thing here. Showing yourself as who you really are and opening up your heart chakra. Those are the two biggest things you need to do in order for this person to come in. And these cards are pertaining to you here, having this inner turmoil, this inner conflict about really showing yourself to the world. And one example I'm hearing, like you may be on a dating app, let's say, but you might be a very spiritual person. This is just an example, of course, but you might be a very spiritual person, but you also might be very insecure about that because you don't want people to see you as weird or whatever. And so on your dating profile, you might put pictures of yourself from a couple of years ago, or where you're not wearing your yoga clothes or your alternative clothes or your hippie clothes or whatever you usually or like to wear, and you're wearing more quote unquote normal clothes, or you're not you're just like presenting yourself in a different way than what you actually are, just because you don't want to be looked at as weird or anything like that. And that's obviously just an example. And the reason why you're doing that is probably because you want to be accepted. Like, you probably know the reason why you're doing that. In any case, there's this big conflict going on inside your mind of like, how do I show my authentic self to the world in a confident way? But that's where it all starts. That's where this whole journey starts and takes place, by you showing who you really are. Because when you go on this profile and on this dating app, and you make this profile with pictures of you, but you don't really show your true self and your true expression in your fashion style that you may usually do, when you come across a person on that dating app who is actually totally perfect for you, and they are expressing who they are, and it is very in alignment with how you express yourself, they might not even match you. It might not even be a match because, they don't see on your pictures that you're like them. I don't know if this makes sense to you, but that's just an example. Like, if you don't show who you are, and the other person does, then you're just not going to have like a match if this is on Tinder or anything. Let's see what else we have. Celestial assistance, angelic messages, guidance, enlightenment. And there's two angels on this picture here. And for me, this is talking about the fact that your angels, as well as the angels of this person, of this soulmate coming in, they are working together to make sure that this union happens. And I'm laughing because this is just so wonderful. This is beautiful. They're really assisting you to come together. And this is the number 5. This could have some significance to you. And now we have number 21, higher perspective, the cosmos, awakening, unity. So these are two very spiritual cards. Of course, this is a spiritual oracle deck, but within this deck, these are like two extremely spiritual cards. And so this is all about really the angels working together, your angels, their angels, to bring you guys into union, to make sure that you meet each other, and that you come onto each other's path, and that you unite. And I think one thing I said at the beginning of the reading was about divine connection, divine union, and this is just a confirmation of that. This is divine union. This is somebody that you are meant to really meet and be with in your life. This is going to be a very strong connection, and the word incredible just keeps coming through. Like, it's an incredible connection. It's an incredible soulmate. So this is going to be really quite wonderful for you. And I do sense that a lot of you are very spiritual, and if you're wanting to attract a spiritual partnership into your life, know that this is coming. Know that the person that's coming in your life is on the same level as you. If you recognize yourself in being a little bit anxious about showing the world who you really are when it comes to your spirituality, just know that you are a spiritual person, and it's something to be proud of and to be confident about. And if you actually do want to show that part of yourself, but you're just afraid, just rest in the knowing that when you do so, this will speed up this process faster and allow this person to come into your life faster and find their way quicker. Okay, and when you come together, you are going to help each other awaken more and more spiritually. So that's all I have for you, pile number 2. This was a beautiful reading. If this resonated with you, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one. I'd love to see you again next time, and I wish you so much luck on this journey of love. Bye. Hi there, pile number 3, and let's see what's blocking love from coming into your life. So we have the card here, Clouds Shape Shifting. What's coming through is that I'm sensing that you guys might be chameleons, which means that you might adapt yourself to the circumstances that you're in and to the people that are around you. This actually kind of reminds me of pile number 2 if you were doubting between these two piles, because pile number 2 was talking about how the biggest blockage was that they weren't showing their authentic selves to the world. And I sense with you guys, this is a similar energy. The moon card is coming in my mind's eye, which is also about keeping secrets and sort of hiding yourself from the world. And with this shape-shifting card, I really feel like you're just highlighting certain parts of your personality when you're with different people and adapting yourself, the way you behave and your personality when you are around specific people. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that you're really hiding yourself. I feel this is, for most of you, a very unconscious process that may that only when I'm talking about it now, you might be like, oh yeah, I actually do that, but I never realized that. And it doesn't mean that you're not being authentic or that you're not being yourself. It's something that just kind of happens and that you've been doing maybe all your life. For most of you guys, this is something that you've been doing all your life. And the thing that's blocking love most from coming in, for most of you, it's not because you're not expressing your authentic self. It's because you don't know who you are. You don't know who you are at an authentic level. And that's why you keep adapting to the people and the circumstances around you, because you actually don't really know. You might be a little lost. You actually don't really know who you are or what you want out of life, and maybe even what kind of person that you would like to attract and would like to be in a relationship with. So I'm sensing that's the biggest blockage coming through for you, just that you're a little lost and you don't really know who you are. So let's see what else wants to come through here. Full moon completion. Okay, let's pull one more card. A lot of cards seem to want to come out. We have waterfall, effortless. Let's just start with these. Okay. Yeah, with this effortless card of the waterfall, again, there's this shape-shifting energy coming through where you're adapting to the circumstances and it feels almost natural to you. Like it's so effortless. It's like I said before, it's something that happens on a very unconscious level that most of you guys aren't even aware of. And this person, this soulmate, the love coming into your life that you truly want, it all depends on this completion of the cycle, of the completion of the cycle of shape-shifting and being a chameleon, adapting to people and circumstances, and adapting to their energy, and really going into this new cycle of stepping into your own power and into who you really are at soul level and what you want at soul level. So it all starts with you stepping into your power. And also full moon reminds me of doing rituals, and it reminds me of doing these self-inquiry rituals. You guys just really need to get to know yourself, do some personality tests, do some journal questions and some journaling things. You might even find journal prompts on Pinterest, for example, to really find out who you are and what you want and what you're here to do in the world. And I think that's the first step for you. Some of you may be still quite young, and that's why you're in this energy. Or some of you may be older, and there's nothing to be ashamed about not knowing yourself. It's just something where throughout your life, when if you're older listening to this, you may have just been living your life hopping on to other people's bandwagons and doing what was expected of you, and not really knowing even that there was another way, because this is how you were educated when you were younger, for example, or you didn't even know that there was another way or another path to follow. This was the only one laid out for you. And only now you're coming to the realization of like, hey, like I'm actually old enough to decide what I want to do myself and really go on your own path. So it's really this completion of this cycle and going into the next. Let's see, excuse me, what else is Spirit wants to tell you? Like, what is blocking them from love coming in? What is blocking love from coming into pile number 3's life, place, spirit? Yeah, okay. Reflective truth, identity, self-love, acceptance. I always laugh when synchronicities happen because I just almost can't believe it. Like, this is the perfect card to come through. 31, this may be your age or maybe significant, or the number 4 may be significant for you. Yeah, see this girl, she's just finding herself, finding her own identity. It's time for you to really look in the mirror and find out who you really are. And look in the mirror, not specifically in a literal way, but just like doing self-reflection. And also, this is also about self-love, self-compassion, self-acceptance. So for some of you, you may be, because I was talking about a mirror earlier, so you may be insecure about what you look like, about your body image, or about your insides as well, like who you are or how you present yourself to the world. I do sense quite some insecurities coming through, and it's not that you need to be perfectly healed in order to attract this person into your life. It doesn't mean that you have to be this perfect highest version of yourself in order for this person to come in, but you do need to get a sense of who you are, and you do need to start accepting yourself. And I am hearing that this person coming in can help you on this journey. However, what is blocking them from coming in is also that you are very insecure about yourself. So it is something that you do need to work on right now in order for this person to come in. And then when they come in, they can help you further along this journey. But the responsibility at the end of the day does lie within you getting to know yourself and accepting yourself for who you are as well, okay? Because what I'm hearing as well, if you guys are older and you're like inquiring about yourself, about who am I really and what do I really want to do? For some of you, the answer may be like, well, I don't have these massive goals that I want to reach or massive passions. I just want to live life the way I have been living it and living it in a more authentic way. Or I'm actually really happy with working where I'm working and I don't want to be an entrepreneur, or I don't want to do these great things. I just want to be a housewife even, or a mother. And that's super valid. I know in a lot of these readings it comes through that people want to become entrepreneurs, independent. It's all about career, working on your goals. But just know that you're also definitely worthy and as worthy as the people who are doing that, even if those aren't your goals. And it doesn't mean that you're not going to attract someone or anything. Like for some of you, you may have that idea in your head that you need to be super ambitious for someone to love you. When you're going on this self-inquiry journey, just know that who you are is enough and you are already whole. And it's just about accepting yourself for everything you are. Some of you may be super ambitious. That's perfect too. Accept yourself for who you are in that, if that is the way that you feel as well. So yeah, this is very much about identity. Then we have sanctuary, healing and comfort, faith, or restoration. The number 35, which equals to 8. And we have 4 here, and then we have 8 here, so it almost like doubles. And that for me symbolizes that you are leveling up fast. For a lot of you, this process can go really fast. Like, yes, this is what's blocking love from coming in, but if you start working on it right now, today, or at least tomorrow or this week, that this process can go quite fast and that you can work through it quite fast. Specifically, if you're watching this, if you're older, if you're younger, even then it might happen quite fast. And yeah, it's just about focusing on your own healing and having faith that when you're focusing on your own healing and on finding yourself, that this person will find their way into your life. So let's just see. No, I want to pull one more of these cards. Yeah, one more wanted to fall out. Third eye portal, number 39, vision, clairvoyance and clarity, and confusion. Okay. So we looked at the blockages and now we see the solution, which is you're going through a leveling up, and as you're going through a leveling up, you're connecting more to your intuition, to your third eye portal, and I sense that you're just going to come closer to your spiritual nature and to your psychic abilities, and will attract someone who no, wait, scratch that. I feel you're going to go more into your psychic abilities and are almost going to like have this knowing or this vision of when or how they're coming into your life, which is a strange thing to say, but for some of you this might resonate. So is there anything else you want to tell us, Spirit? Because I feel like this is kind of everything I want to tell you. It's quite clear to me. I think I mentioned everything. Okay, so we have the, I always have to like look at the Roman numbers. Okay, we have the 8 of Swords. One more, please. Oh, okay, that's a lot. This is everything that we're going to read. We have the Wheel of Fortune, and then we also have the Page of Swords, and the 9 of Cups. And I love how these, I didn't meant to lay the cards in this way, but I love how it always ends up getting laid perfectly, because these are what you're moving to, and this is the energy that you're in right now. So you guys may be feeling a little bit stuck in this area of your life, but you will only start seeing when you go within. And this has to go with this vision as well, this vision of this person, more clarity of who this person is and how they're going to come in. Spirit doesn't want you to focus on the person coming into your life right now. They don't really want to focus, they don't want you to focus on love coming in. They want you to focus on yourself, on finding yourself, all the things I mentioned before. And some of you may feel resistance to doing so, but it truly is the only solution and the only way for a healthy relationship to come in. Because yes, other people may come into your life still when you don't know yourself, to say it bluntly. Of course, it's more complicated than that. But they might just not be the right people. It's only when you really go on this journey within that the right people is going to come towards you. And this is the Wheel of Fortune does talk about good luck. 9 of Cups is about this person coming in, this stability, this love coming in that you want. And I like how it's next to this card of like effortless. It's going to come in very effortlessly, in an effortless way when you start going on this inner journey. You just have to take the first step and really go for it, because this all lays in your own hands at the end of the day. Okay, so that's all I have for you today. If this reading resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up. And for more readings like this one, please subscribe to the channel. And I'd love to see you next time. I hope this brought you some clarity. I think it was quite clear what blockages are holding you back. Just know that the power lays in your own hands. You will have to take the first step and only step towards just the first step on that journey of inner healing and on discovering who you are, discovering your own identity. And then this person will come flowing in. Okay, so I wish you a beautiful day. Bye.